Hey, what's going on? It's Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. Today was an amazing day. Let me give you an update and a report. Today, I watched my oldest child graduate from Johns Hopkins in cybersecurity, her master's. I'm so proud of you, baby. Keep up the good work. So, have you ever had a day where you just felt like stuff was just going crazy, wonky, where you felt like, let me turn this air down a little bit, where you felt like just couldn't get right? Well, I'm telling you right now, Mike Barnes, the financial first responder, is headed to the airport for a second flight. Got in this morning. For those of you who don't know, I had drilled this weekend. I drill out of Fort McCoy, Wisconsin, and I live in Maryland. So way across the country. And I started thinking about, as a financial first responder, financial advisor. Oh yeah, by the way, don't do this if you are bad at driving. I shouldn't be doing it, and I know better. So I'm just telling y'all that up front. So, as I said, I'm driving to the airport. Got in about 1 something this morning. Now this joker is gonna try to pass me going into a one-way. Real smart. A lot of people do that in life. Just make dumb financial decisions, self-included. Been there. Anywho, as my mother would say, have you ever thought about what makes you the best at what you do? Now, I want to pose a question that all of you need to think about. What makes you the best at what you do? Is it that you are I want to say, a selfless person? Nah, that couldn't be it. Because we live in America. Everybody's capitalist. You can tell based off of how we give. And I'm going to leave that alone. We normally give based off of what we can receive. On to the next subject. Is it that you are a constant learner? As you remember, learners are earners, and readers are leaders. And as we explain that to our children are like, oh, that doesn't make sense. But the fact of the matter is, it makes a lot of sense. Those people who find themselves being scholarly, or having the ability to be studious about what they're studying or what their career is, tend to make more money. It's a fact. Take a specialist. That specialist usually gets paid more than a generalist. That's why if you look at the medical community, specialists make more than general practice medicine. Same with dentistry, and the same with, guess what? Finance. So, I am going to meet with my mentor for the next couple of days to become a better specialist. Now, for those of you that don't understand what I mean by that, yeah, I went to college. I got an undergraduate degree and an MBA and some license and stuff like that. But I realized at my young age, I don't know everything. And if I want to get better at serving others, i.e. the 1%ers, baby, you know, the law enforcement, the military, the veterans, the firefighters, the emergency medical personnel, Yes, that includes emergency doctors and nurse pracs and EMTs, the people that put it all on the line. Like why? As a financial first responder, then I have to go and get better. Some people say, well, you need to get better once a year. Annual renewal, annual CEs. No, you need to get better every day. They say that a professional gets things right because they do it the same thing over and over and over and over. But they say an amateur hope to get things right by just doing it one or two times. I can't be an amateur with you guys. I have to be a professional, which means I have to educate myself. And I have to be that person that can lead you financially. Now, with that said, I want to point out one valuable lesson that the financial first responder has learned over time. That everything works in unison. So you're going to hear me talk about on this channel fitness, because health is the new wealth. If you don't believe me, find a rich person, man or woman, that has spent most of their life acquiring money and neglecting their health. And this is a true statement. They will spend all that money to get that health back. Why? Because they finally realize that their health is wealth. Time. Everybody has time. We just don't have the same time. So time should be one of the most important things to you. And no, time is not money. But it's right up there with air. You see, you may be looking at yourself and saying, wow, I have time. You don't know how much time you have. Stop putting off today what you can do today for tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised. I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting. I'm going to the airport. I'm thinking about things to say. People are texting me, calling me. Here's the thing, people. I want to be upfront, transparent, and honest with you that as a leader, you have to advance yourself. You have to be more knowledgeable. I was talking to one of my frat brothers, and we're both studying for the certified financial planning exam in July. And one of the things we realized is we don't have as much time as we thought we did. Why? Because you get consumed with business, clients, family, things of that nature. I had to push my flight back today because I was spending time with my daughter. After graduation, friends and family went out, and it was a little longer than what I thought it would be. And so I had to change my schedule because that was important to her. Now, tomorrow is my son's birthday, and I won't be here. And I'm going to have to make that up to him, because he only turned 17 one time. And even though I want to be here for him, I know to be a better father and a better leader and a better businessman, I need to go to this training. So with that said, a lot of you take time away from your family, but you don't give it back. You don't promise it back. You just say they should understand. I'm telling you, as a man, that's not always an easy thing to do, especially for people you love. And you may think you have time, but that person may not have time. Stop taking people for granted. Stop taking situations for granted. Stop believing that you got time. And then the third thing I would say, so we talked about educating yourself and we talked about time. The next thing I would say is, if you're the smartest person in the room, change the room. You cannot be the smartest person in the room. You cannot be the only person that has the answer. That means that you must humble yourself and get around people that know more than you. Other professionals, other thought leaders, other people who will stretch your bar. You see, some people like being the authoritarian in every situation. There's a problem with that. If you are the authoritarian in every situation, I hate to tell you this, you're not growing. Matter of fact, I hope you know you're not growing. You know, what books are you reading? Are you reading your Bible? Are you reading your book for your faith? Whatever that book may be. For me, it's my Bible. Are you having a daily talk with the Supreme Basilisk, God? The person in charge. So, with that said, we talked about enhancing ourselves, education-wise. We talked about understanding time, and we talked about getting around other people to help us grow. Well, guys, this has been Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. Like I said, I'm on my way to the airport. And because I hadn't did my video today, I owed you this. And I thought no better way but to tell you today that time is important, whether it be your time or others. Never take for granted yours or theirs. Your education and how you advance your knowledge pool is important. And the people you hang around is definitely important. Stop thinking that you have time. They have time. Stop thinking that you have enough knowledge. You don't need any more schooling, no more certifications, no more anything. Because the bottom line is, if you're not growing, you're dying. And then the last one, if you're the smartest one in the room, change the room. Get around other thought leaders, get around people that can motivate you to be successful and grow. So, with that said, this is Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. Please like and subscribe my channel. Let me know what you thought. Leave your comments. And I will talk to you later. All right, take care. God bless.